Welcome back to Trivia Learner. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Can you ace this quiz? Let's go!
What is the exact number of players killed during the tag game in the abandoned apartment complex? எட்டாவது. What brand of sneakers does Arisu wear in the Borderlands? Asics. How many different types of firearms does Niragi use throughout the series? Moondrum. What is the specific room number where Usagi hides from the tagger in Season 1? Room 201. What was the very first card that Arisu personally won in a game? Four of clubs. In the original manga, which game was significantly changed for the Netflix adaptation? Ten of Hearts. What does Chishiya steal from a player right before the Witch Hunt game? A game card. What's the name of the person responsible for setting up the beach organization before Hatter? Takaru. What rare survival skill does a Goonie display that surprises Arisu? Identifying pressure points to knock people out. What secret item does the King of Spades carry that is never revealed in detail? A small notebook. What was Usagi's father originally researching before his disappearance? Endangered animal migration. Which symbol is subtly shown in the background of the first episode that foreshadows the Borderlands? A Joker playing card. What is the color of Chishiya's hoodie during his first game appearance? White. What is the maximum amount of bullets Niragi fires in one single scene? "32." What was the exact location where Arisu and Usagi first met? A rooftop garden. What was the first game that had multiple levels within the same building? Seven of Spades. What hidden number pattern is found in the beach's room assignments? They match playing card numbers. What seemingly insignificant object does Chishiya take from the beach before leaving? A deck of playing cards. What is unique about the final scene of Alice in Borderland Season 2? The Joker card appears for a split second. What is the true meaning of the Alice in Borderland title according to the manga's creator? It refers to psychological borders between life and death. What do some fan theories suggest the Borderland actually represents? A limbo between life and death. What is one popular theory about the Joker card that appears at the end of Season 2? It symbolizes the real mastermind behind the Borderland. According to a theory, why do the players in the Borderlands forget their real lives? Their memories fade as they get closer to death in the real world. What is one theory explaining why Arisu and his friends survived the laser attack in Episode 1? They were already in the Borderlands before they noticed. Some fans believe the games are designed for what hidden purpose? A second chance at life for those who lost their way. What does a popular theory suggest about Mira, the Queen of Hearts? She was a real-world psychologist studying human behavior. Why do some fans think Chishiya might have been a Borderland resident before Arisu? He knows too much about the game's mechanics. What is one explanation for the playing card symbols in the games? They represent different levels of morality and human behavior. According to a fan theory, what does the beach organization actually symbolize? A reflection of real-world class hierarchies. What theory suggests why the King of Spades is so powerful? He has survived multiple Borderland cycles. Some believe that the fireworks in the real world represent what event? A massive meteor impact that caused a citywide blackout. Why do some theorists believe Usagi might not be real? She only appears when Arisu is on the verge of giving up. A theory about the game suggests they are controlled by who? Survivors of a past Borderland cycle. What is a hidden meaning behind the name Alice in Borderland? It references Alice in Wonderland, but Borderland is the afterlife. Some fans believe that the Joker card at the end represents what? A godlike figure that rules the Borderlands. What is one theory explaining why Niragi survived multiple near-fatal injuries? He is a representation of karma, punished but never freed. What is a theory about why some people vanish after losing games? They become new game masters. What theory explains why some players refuse to leave the Borderlands? They realize they were happier there than in real life. What is a fan theory about the true nature of the face card games? They serve as a final test before players can return to real life. What is a theory about the significance of the train station in Episode 1? It was the point where Arisu and his friends died in the real world. Who is the main protagonist of Alice in Borderland? Arisu. What is the name of Arisu's best friend who wears a bandana? Karube. What card suit represents intelligence-based challenges? Diamonds. What do the numbered playing cards represent in the games? The difficulty level. What does a heart game test? What is the main objective for Arisu and his friends in Season 2? To escape Borderland by collecting all the face cards. Who is the most dangerous antagonist in Season 2? King of Spades. Which character survives until the final game alongside Arisu? Usagi. What game is played to defeat the King of Diamonds? Balance scale. How does Chishiya outsmart the King of Diamonds? What is Arisu's full first name? Ryohei. Who is Arisu's closest friend at the beginning of the series? Karube. In Season 2, what card does King of Clubs represent? Strength and teamwork. Who becomes the King of Clubs? Yuma. In the King of Clubs game, what is the main objective? Win a team battle by points. What ability makes Chishiya stand out among players? Intelligence and manipulation. Who was the Queen of Spades' main challenger in Season 3? Usagi. What was the Joker card revealed to symbolize? The Borderlands Gatekeeper. Who sacrifices themselves to help Arisu reach the final stage in Season 2? Tada. What type of game does the King of Spades host? Sniper Chase. Who was Hatter's right-hand person in the beach organization? Aguni. What was Usagi's father's profession? Mountaineer. Which two characters share a mutual respect based on intellect? Arisu and Chishiya. What is Queena's real name? Hikari Quina. Who was the Queen of Hearts at the end of Season 2? Mira Kano. What type of game did Mira host? Psychological manipulation? What object becomes symbolic of Arisu and Usagi's bond? Playing card. In Season 3, what motivates Niragi to continue fighting despite his injuries? His desire to survive and prove strength. What medical profession did Chishiya hold before the Borderland? Neurosurgeon. What was the beach's main goal in collecting cards? Escape Borderland. Who kills Niragi in the final confrontation? Chishiya. What do face cards represent in Borderland? Strongest Game Masters. What triggers Arisu's trauma flashbacks during Mira's game? Death of his friends. Who fights alongside Arisu against the King of Spades? Usagi and Quina. What emotion does Mira try to manipulate in Arisu during their final game? Doubt. What is the Queen of Hearts' true motive? Entertainment and psychological control. What does the King of Clubs Kuma represent in his philosophy? Love and unity. What weapon is most used by the King of Spades? Assault rifle. How did Chishiya outsmart the King of Diamonds in his game? Through probability and logic. What is revealed about the Borderland at the end of the series? It's a parallel world between life and death.